If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old time movie about a ghost from a wishing well. In a castle dark or a fortress strong with chains upon my feet. You know the ghost is me. And I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost you can't see. Good morning, I'm Rowley. I'm a custodian of this beautiful woodland in the heart of Derbyshire. Those lines have been sitting with me this morning as I find myself here again, quietly in a woodland, with no urgency and no need to be anywhere else, just the soft presence of the trees and the steady rhythm of the day unfolding as if it always has. There is a kind of stillness here that does not demand attention, yet it gently draws you in. And if you stay long enough, the woodland begins to teach in its own quiet way. Not everything here tries to hold on, and not every branch reaches for every other. There is space, and within that space things seem to settle into their own place without effort or insistence. It is the kind of order that does not need to be managed, and a balance that exists without being forced. Sitting here, it becomes clear that this space is not emptiness, but something necessary, something that allows life to breathe. I have been thinking about peace, not the kind we chase or to construct, but the kind that arrives when something becomes clear. Clarity does not arrive with noise or argument. It does not push or persuade. It simply shows you what is quietly and without judgment. And once you see it, something shifts within you. There is no longer the same need to question or to hold on. In the same way, with that clarity, distance can sometimes follow, not as something chosen in anger or frustration, but as something that unfolds naturally, almost without effort. It is stepping back that feels measured and calm, like the space between trees that allows the light to reach the woodland floor. In that space, there's room again for breath, for perspective, and for things to be as they are without constant interference. The woodland does not cling to what has passed its season. Leaves fall without resistance, branches break when they must, and the shape of the place shifts slowly over time. Yet nothing here feels lost or out of place. It is simply part of a wider balance that continues regardless of any single change. Watching this, it becomes harder to believe that everything must always be held together in order for it to have value. Perhaps this is what I am learning, that peace is not always found in holding things close or trying to keep them as they were, but in allowing them to find their own place, even if that place is further away than it once was. There is a quiet respect in that, both for yourself and for others, and for the natural rhythm of the things coming together and then just as naturally drifting apart. As I sit here with the birds, moving through the canopy above and the light shifting slowly across the woodland floor. There is a sense of that nothing needs to be forced today. The woodland does not hurry, and it does not resist what is changing. It simply continues steady and grounded. And in that, I realize that everything is already where it needs to be. So I do hope you enjoyed this additional segment of Custodians of the Woodland, and I do hope to see you again.
If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. You know that ghost is me, and I will never be set free as long as I'm a ghost that you can't see. If I could read your mind, love, what a tale your thoughts could tell. Just like a paperback novel, the kind in a drugstore would sell. When you reach the part where the heartaches come, the hero would be me. But the heroes often fail, and you won't read that book again, because the ending's just too hard to take. I walk away like a movie star who gets burned in a three-way script. Enter number two, a movie queen to play the scene of bringing all the good things out in me. But for now, love, let's be real, I never knew I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back. If you could read my mind, love, what a tale my thoughts could tell. Just like an old-time movie about a ghost from a wishing well, in a castle dark or a fortress strong, with chains upon my feet. But the stories always end, and if you read between the lines, you will know that I'm just trying to understand every feeling that you lack. I never knew I could feel this way, and I've got to say that I just don't get it. I don't know where we went wrong, but the feeling's gone, and I just can't get it back.